Hi guys, Pedro45 here. I'm here with my cat Doug. Oh, okay. She's cleaning herself next to me. Um, I'm just gonna talk about SpongeBob, the two movies I seen, and the original series. None of the fucking spin-offs. Not Camp Coral. Not the SpongeBob show. I mean not SpongeBob. Fuck the Patrick Star show. I'm not doing those series. I'm also not doing the movie about SpongeBob having Gary in which connects to Camp Coral. I just no. I'm going to talk about the very first SpongeBob movie. I forgot what it was called, but where they have like two Krusty Krabs, and it was supposed to be the end of the series, but Nickelodeon wanted to keep going. And SpongeBob, Sponge Out of Water, which I think that's what it's called, the one where they get superpowers towards the end by writing in the book. Um, and this pirate guy who's the villain is it stole the recipe and uses it himself. Uh, so let's start with the very first SpongeBob movie. There were scenes that I thought were stupid in it. There were scenes that I thought were neat. There were scenes that I was like, what the fuck? Let's start with the scene I thought was fucking weird and not making sense. Was SpongeBob able to drive a cheeseburger car when he has no license? He says you don't need a license to drive a sandwich. Well, fuck you. It's a type of car. It's a type of vehicle. You still need a license, even if it's not a fucking boating license like normal people need because they don't have cars. They have boats. Even if it's just a boating license, even if it's a boating license you have, you can't ride a burger because you need a different license for that. Because, like, a boat and a car. Some, some boats you need licenses for. A boat license. All cars need a car license for you to drive. Same with planes. Um, same with trains, helicopters. Basically, any vehicle you have to have a license to drive it. And a burger, a Krabby Patty car is still a vehicle, and you need a license to drive. And SpongeBob is terrible at driving. Oh, of course, when he's under pressure, but still, he's terrible at driving, and he drives the car perfectly. That does not make sense to me. Another thing is, the bounty hunter at Plankton sends after them. There's a moment when he was about to crush SpongeBob and Patrick with his boot, and he gets hit with a boot, which is, I have no problem with him getting hit with the boot. I have a problem with his boot growing giant before when he's trying to stomp SpongeBob and Patrick. Like, who the fuck can grow their foot from a normal sized foot to a huge foot? No one. I know it's a cartoon, but that made me fucking lose my mind. I couldn't fucking watch the movie after that. Like I watched it and I seen it and I remember it, but that scene made me less invested. I still watched the whole thing. I still watched the whole thing. It was sorry, my dog hears my grandma come in. I still watched the whole thing. Uh, Another thing is when they're on the fucking table with the sun thing, the sun lamp to turn hard and die. Their tear come out. Their tear didn't evaporate. I mean, all the water in their system evaporated except for their tear. That doesn't make sense. Another thing that didn't make sense was the tear going to electro thing and just making a spark. One spark, not a fire. A spark. And that caused the sprinkler system to go off. The sprinkler system goes off when there's so much smoke from a fire, not from a little spark. So that did not make sense to me. Then they added David Hasselhoff, which I mean, like, what the fuck? They should have brought in something else to bring him back to the Bikini Bottom, which they did, but they lost it. But I mean, they could have had like something else happen after they lose it. But no, they bring David Hasselhoff. I'm like, what the fuck? Who brings David Hasselhoff into a movie he has no business being in? It was fucking stupid. I guess that's my only problems with that movie. I like Patrick. I like Patrick trying to get it on with the princess. Well, he's like crushing on her so much in the movie. Every time he sees her, he's like, yeah. What else did I like about it? I liked the fucking gag where Plankton didn't know what Z was. I'm like, what the fuck? Some of your inventions have Z in them. Like what was that machine called? It was something Z. The Patty Z-inator? No, the Patty Z Baker? The Patty Z Baker, I think it was called. I could be wrong. But it was something Z. And I was honestly... I thought it was funny that Patrick went nude and then went into the sky and fucking had a ribbon graduating SpongeBob stuck into his butt cheeks when SpongeBob didn't even get the promotion. And they gave Squidward the promotion, which is fucking stupid. Squidward does not fucking care about anyone. He doesn't even do anything in his shift. When he does take orders, he's like fucking trying to rush it. And then when he's not taking orders, he's fucking sleeping on the job. So he shouldn't have got that fucking promotion at all. I know SpongeBob didn't get the promotion because he's like too kiddish, but still, he is a better employee than Squidward, so he should have got it. But I guess they needed that to make the plot move along. So that's not something I hate about the movie. It was just something I noticed about the movie, which they used it to move the plot along. So, let's move to SpongeBob SpongeBob Water. Even though the creator SpongeBob came back to do the SpongeBob Water movie, it was good when I saw it. Looking back, it's still good, but it was kind of more kiddish. It was like for more littler kids. The story it seemed like it was for 4-year-olds or 3-year-olds. But I have no problems with it. It's just not enjoyable for me because it's more kiddish to me than the other SpongeBob stuff I've seen. I know I said no Camp Coral, but I'm just going to mention this. I am watching Camp Coral. I'm just not talking about it because I haven't seen enough episodes. I'm still on season 1. I'm still on season 1 because it's hard for me to watch that all the time because the CGI animation style hurts my eyes. Why are you looking at me? You want attention, don't you? Sorry, my cat was looking at me. She wants attention. I'll give you attention after I do this video. Anyways, the only thing I liked about that movie is Plankton gave up world domination and gave up getting the formula just for a few minutes to help get back the formula for Krabs. Then, when they all get back to Bikini Bottom, Plankton gets, he tries to steal the formula again, and Mr. Krabs like, Plankton, and then Plankton's like, sorry, Krabs, you wanted things to go back to normal, we have to do this. And Mr. Krabs like, I know, Plankton, but I have to give you a head start, so start here, and then I'll count and then go, while I'm counting. And they counted, and then they started chasing Plankton. It was funny. And I liked how Squidward got to keep the rock hard abs. Because Squidward had rock hard abs and he didn't want to fucking go back to his job. And SpongeBob says, we have to. You're a cashier clerk. And he writes it in the thing. And then he writes everyone else. And everyone else disappears and goes back home. And everyone's in the Krusty Krab. And Squidward's like, oh. And SpongeBob's like, check under your shirt. I left you a little bit of something. And Squidward's like this, rock hard abs. Thank you, SpongeBob. It was funny. Now let's talk about the series of SpongeBob. The earlier episodes, which the creator was a part of, I don't hate them. I just don't. Some things just were kind of weird about it. Like the first couple episodes where the guy who made SpongeBob was involved. Well, not a couple episodes. I don't know if he was involved in season 2 or not, but I know he was involved in season 1. And episodes of season 1 were just like fucking just like, can I just get through this? This is not fun. This is So I'm like, nah. And some of the episodes that were in the first season that were really good. I liked them when I first saw them, but now whenever I go to Nickelodeon channel, I'm watching SpongeBob on Paramount Plus now, but I didn't have Paramount Plus for a couple days, so I was watching cable. And every time I watch Nickelodeon, they only have season 1 episodes up whenever I watch it. So the episodes that are good in that aren't good to me. They're boring, like some of the other episodes which were boring to me. But the ones that were good are boring to me because I keep seeing them over and over again. I kept seeing them over and over again, and it was just fucking awful. I just couldn't. It was, I couldn't. Season 2, none of the episodes, I never seen any of the episodes in season 2 on Nickelodeon when I watched Nickelodeon. I just recently saw them. I'm actually in season 6 right now on Paramount Plus, but I have seen newer episodes on Nickelodeon. But yeah, I'm just gonna talk about the seasons I've seen. So season 2, I enjoyed a lot of them. Some of them I didn't enjoy, mostly because I enjoyed a lot of them because I haven't seen them, and the ones I did enjoy, I haven't seen them either. But when I did see them, they were stupid to me. They were not enjoyable. But the ones that were enjoyable, I liked. Season 3, kind of more. It was like a teenage. It was aimed towards preteens. The series is supposed to be for preteens, and little kids. But season 3, was great, but it was like some episodes were kiddish, some episodes were preteen, and then some episodes were for preteens and kids, but they had like little inappropriate jokes hidden in the show, in the episode. So it was for adults too, those episodes which were having the secret inappropriate jokes. Let's go to season 4. Season 4 was great, I guess. A lot of gross out stuff in that season. It didn't really make me barf because gross stuff doesn't make me barf. It just made me disgusted. Also, this is the season where the voices kind of get a little bit deeper for the characters. Because, like, when you start voicing a character throughout time, the voice changes a little. That's when the voices started to change a little in this season. Season 5, I'd never seen any of the episodes in Season 5 until now, and Season 5 was fucking awesome. It had tons of classic episodes that people talked about online, which I seen people talk about SpongeBob online a lot, but I never see the episodes they're talking about. And when I did, I'm like, fuck yeah, this was great. Those dudes were right. Since I didn't finish season 6 yet, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm not gonna do this again. Actually, I just wanted to do this because I wanted to talk about this. Because I had a period in my time where I loved SpongeBob, and then I had a period of time where I didn't like it. Then I had a period of time where I liked only a few things, and now I'm just like getting back into it. I'm like, okay, I love all of this. Even though there's episodes that are fucking boring or didn't like, I'm still enjoying them, even though they're not very good episodes. But the episode that I did like and stuff, I enjoyed a lot. So I just thought I should make this video talking about this because of my personal deciding self about SpongeBob, if it's good or not. Like, right now, I like it. It's awesome. But like a couple years ago, like 4 years ago, I was like, ugh, I don't want to watch SpongeBob. And I think during that time, when I did that, was because my cousin, who I used to see all the time when I go to my mother, because they used to live upstairs from my mother, would always have SpongeBob on. Either on streaming or on Nickelodeon on the cable. And I think I just got sick of watching SpongeBob, so that's why I hated it for a while. But now I like it again. I'm getting back into it, so yeah, I just thought I should make this video. So, like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. See you 4 5 years later.